It's hard to imagine just how fast this Mach 5 fighter jet really is. When it flies over the water, it looks like this. When it shoots through the valley, it looks like this. This latest supersonic fighter, developed by the Soviet Union, hadn't even been delivered to the military before it was stolen by an American spy named Mach. But the jet's range is only about 3,000 miles, so before it could even escape Soviet airspace, it was already running low on fuel. To conserve every drop, Mach had no choice but to fly low, skimming just above the sea. Unfortunately, his radar suddenly gave a warning. A cruiser was positioned 140 kilometers ahead, and it was under orders to destroy the stolen jet. At this point, Mach didn't have enough fuel to change course. He could only fly straight toward the cruiser. Moments later, the radar picked up another threat, a helicopter up ahead. Without hesitation, Mach fired a missile, instantly taking it down. He then flew low over the cruiser, and the jet's powerful shockwave flipped a helicopter that had just taken off. The cruiser immediately launched 3 missiles. Mach switched to the aircraft's neural control system and used the rear defense weapons to fire an air-to-air missile backward, successfully detonating 2 of the incoming missiles. But one missile kept coming. Seeing this, Mach pushed the throttle and accelerated to Mach 5. In an instant, he outpaced the missile. It lost its lock and spiraled out of control. Crisis averted, Mach continued toward his destination. After the failed interception, the Soviet military issued an order: destroy that plane at all costs. Their top brass summoned their ace pilot and commanded him to take off immediately in another Firefox jet to pursue Mach. Meanwhile, Mach was still 90 kilometers away from the refueling point, but his jet was nearly out of fuel. He only had enough for about 60 more kilometers. He decided to take a risk. He climbed to 20,000 feet and prepared to glide down onto the ice below. At the same time, an American nuclear submarine was already in position for refueling. It flooded its main ballast tanks, breaking through 2 meters of thick ice from below. Moments later, Mach's jet glided down and landed on the frozen surface.